Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here, and we are remote at the Atheneum Hotel in downtown Detroit, and we are here for Dome IQ, which is a really interesting forum put together by Chuck Perricone. And we have with us right now State Representative Natalie Price, District 5. And if you could tell everybody, first of all, welcome, thank you for taking time, and tell everybody where District 5 is.
Yes, the new House District 5 includes some of Northwest Detroit, 8 Mile to 96, Schaefer to Southfield roughly, and then goes up into Oakland County. I live in Berkeley, right in the middle of the Oakland County section, but we have some of Royal Oak, Oak Park, Bloomfield Hills, Birmingham, Southfield, Beverly Hills, 8 different communities, not an entire full community.
Well, that's a big spectrum there, and really kind of, I want to say, the economic breadbasket of Michigan, because that's where a lot of the executives live, too.
Very true, yes, yes. I'm grateful to have them as constituents and to be able to get to know them both in the other roles that they play in the state and to advocate for them as my constituents.
Well, and it's a high area of influence, which is good also. So, Natalie, have you always been in politics?
No, I'm an educator. I taught high school English for almost a decade.
What school?
I taught down in Toledo at an independent school called Maumee Valley Country Day. It's where my grandmother had taught before. Lived in Michigan during that time in the Petersburg, Milan, Dundee area while my husband was finishing up pre-med requirements and med school at Wayne State. And then we moved to Berkeley in 2019 when he matched for residency at Beaumont Royal Oak. I moved into Berkeley with 2 kids under 2, got very involved as a stay-at-home mom, creating a community of caregivers. Designed a backyard playroom, a free community resource for children under 5 where caregivers could come and connect and share resources. And I also taught the parent talk class at the local community center. That allowed me to connect with different department heads, community builders, and I became interested in politics. Ran for city council in 2019 and have been serving on council until I was elected as state representative.
Unbelievable. So you got kind of sucked in out of, we got some needs to take care of.
Absolutely, yes. There were real needs to connect people who were caregivers, to share information and resources. I also stepped in as a service organizer with the Judson Center there in Oakland County. There were some real needs, and I got to help organize a community-wide diaper drive to help people with little kids get that absolutely essential resource that they need.
Yeah, people don't realize the needs that are out there, and when you talk about diapers, that's a necessity.
Absolutely, it's about health. It's about financial resources that then can, if you don't need to spend a lot on diapers, you're able to feed your family. It's an absolute need, and yeah, you're right. People don't often realize that for some families it's a real struggle.
Yeah, in Lansing we have a billboard that shows a woman who's going to the food bank, and it says she lives within 5 miles of this billboard. And you don't realize they're neighbors.
Absolutely,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Natalie, let me ask you something. What are the issues in your district?
So many issues. Again, as you mentioned, I have a very long north-south county 2-county district, a very diverse district. Some of the things that I notice are universal among my district. Everybody cares about having good quality education. So I am here to work toward equitable funding for education, to make sure it does not matter what zip code you live in, what neighborhood you live in. You do not need that privilege of transporting your kid or paying to be able to have good, high-quality education right there in your neighborhood. So that's a huge priority. Also, the environment. Everyone who I talk to out on the doors cares very much about making sure that we have safe drinking water, that we have clean air. We're looking in the future for generations. What can we do to make sure that we have that? And then everyone wants to live in a safe, inclusive community. So I will be working toward things that help people feel safe within their neighborhoods and safe who they are, no matter what their identity is, no matter what their expression is, they are safe and supported in our state.
Yeah, you're right. Those are basically things that everybody cares about in every district.
Yes.
No matter what other circumstances they may have. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about now. You go to Lansing, and all of a sudden you're confronted with a different environment,
Sure.
which might be party-based, right? So I'm presuming that's one of the reasons you're here today.
Yes. One of the reasons we're here today, we get to work in this orientation with people from both parties. We get to know each other as individuals and find some common ground with each other, so we know when we can approach and help on bills that affect everyone, when there's that collaboration and opportunity for teamwork and team building.
Yeah. So what is the takeaway from here today for you in particular?
I mean, we're all brand new. The people who are attending this conference, we're all first-termers. We all have a lot of the same questions and concerns and just trying to figure out how this all works. We're here for our constituents, coming from that aggressive, ready to advocate on our behalf of our constituents. And then we need to get to know each other as people so that when we're having those tough conversations about how we can best support our constituents, we can find that common ground, that 90% of things that we're all going to agree on.
Well, Natalie, thank you for serving, for one thing, and for being here today. We look forward to you bringing a lot of good things to Michigan.
And thank you for the opportunity to share some of those things, and for being here as well. I'm grateful for you.
Well, thank you. Natalie Price, District 5 State Representative. I'm Chris Holman, and of course, we're coming to you remote from the Atheneum Hotel in Detroit, Michigan for the Dome IQ event. I'm Chris Holman. You're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. We'll be back.